Well, hello and welcome to another Driving with Kevin video. Guys, in today's video, I want to talk about too many passengers. Very common problem amongst in the rideshare industry. So, you pull up to the pickup location and there's 5 people. And you're an UberX or you're just a regular Lyft. What do you do? Well, pretty simple actually. At that point, you become a jerk. You cannot, under any circumstances, take more people than you have seatbelts in your car. Keep in mind, as the driver, you are currently occupying one seat with the seatbelt. So that means that if your car capacity is 6, you can only take, now if your car capacity is 5, you can only take 4 additional. So that means 3 in the back, 1 in the front. Happens a lot, especially in college towns. When the students are back, they'll be out at the bar and they're out with a group and there's 5 or 6 of them and they want to make sure everybody gets home safe, so they all want to jump in the Uber. Again, if they have more than 4 people, you have to tell them no. As the driver of the vehicle, we are responsible if anything happens to the riders in the car. If it turns out that you were over capacity and something happens to that extra person that's not buckled in, or something happens to that extra person and they get hurt or in an accident and they die, or whatever, Uber and Lyft insurance won't cover you because you were driving beyond the capacity of your vehicle. So you cannot do this at all. So if your vehicle can hold 4 people, you only take 4 people. My live stream last week, I believe this happened to me 3 times. I went to 3 pickup spots and I had 3 stops, 3 pickups where they tried to cram 5 or 6 people into my car. And I had to tell them no. And it bothers me to tell them no. It bothers me to turn it down. They're gonna try to bribe you. They're gonna say, hey, I'll give you a really good tip, or I'll give you $20 cash, or it's only a couple blocks away. Under no circumstances can you do this. In my market, we have drivers that have dash cams, and they record the drivers who allow more people in their car than they have seats for. They record them and they report them. In my market, if I see it, I will call Uber and Lyft myself and I will report you. Okay, I will be the first to admit, when I started driving for Uber and Lyft, I would allow this to happen, and I did it more than one time. Okay, you can get stopped by police. The cops will stop you if you have more than 4 people in your car. Now, what if you have an UberXL vehicle and you show up to a location where they order an UberX and they have more than 4 people? That's easy. In that case, you have enough seats to take 5 people. The only difference is that you're not going to get paid appropriately. But that's an easy fix, because there is an option in the help menu of both Uber and Lyft where you can submit a claim to Uber and Lyft and say, hey, this ride called an X, but they should have called an XL because they had more than 4 people. And Uber and Lyft will pay you the difference between the X and the XL. So that's good. So if you have an X or you have a regular Lyft and you show up and they have more people they're supposed to have, that conversation is going to go, you know, a couple different ways. Chances are they're going to get mad at you, and they're going to jump out of the car and they're going to call another Lyft or another Uber, or they're going to call an XL, or they're going to walk. Okay, that's probably the most likely scenario. In that case, you'll cancel the ride. You'll indicate to Uber and Lyft that you're canceling for too many riders, and then that gets tracked on that rider's account. The other option is the group will split up, and that happens too. I've had it happen where I've shown up and they tried to cram 6 people in my car. I told them no. They swore at me. They got out. I got up the road. They called me again. I went back to the pickup location and they split up like 2 and 3 or 3 and 3. That was fine. They called another Uber to come get them because they didn't want to pay the XL, or there weren't any XLs available. That happens a lot where there's no XLs available, and it doesn't matter if it's XLs available or not. It doesn't matter. You still can't do it. So huge liability if you take those people and you have more people in your car than you're supposed to have. So do not do this. Uber and Lyft will deactivate you if you take too many riders. It only takes one time. Okay? Like I said, I've been guilty of doing it myself. I've gotten a slap on the wrist from Uber and Lyft for doing it. Whatever. If you submit a claim to Uber, if you're an X and you submit a claim to Uber or Lyft that you had too many people in your car and you don't qualify for XL, they're not going to pay you the difference because you don't qualify for XL. But they will send you a message saying, hey, you can't take too many riders. You don't qualify for an XL, so we can't give you the difference. Blah, blah, blah. Please don't take more riders than you're allowed to take. If you do this again, you'll be deactivated. So, and then a lot of drivers will continue to do it, and they just won't notify Uber and Lyft. But again, this is an assurance issue. If you have riders in your car while you're working and you're not going through the app, you're getting in trouble. You're not covered by insurance, and both your personal or Uber and Lyft. So you have to take it through the app, and you cannot take too many riders. And in the event of an accident, Uber and Lyft will only cover 4 people or 5 people. You plus the 4 in your car. If you have a extra rider, they will not cover the extra rider. So, because you're an UberX or you're a Lyft, you can only have a seating capacity of 4 people plus the driver. So that's all they'll cover in the event of an accident. So, just wanted to share that real quick, guys, because I know that's a hot button issue in a lot of markets with people taking rides they're not supposed to take, or taking riders that overfill the capacity of their vehicle. So just a reminder, do not do it. And hope you all have a great day. Uber, Lyft on. Be safe out there. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.